Hi guys. I took a little video of everybody on Wednesday, and this is a golfer right here. And what I did was I added a white line right down there if he was going to the bathroom, if you get what I mean. So his hands are kind of holding onto the golf club right there. And this is a 3D stick figure, okay? So we could do things with this that it's kind of pretty cool, okay? So this is somebody's swing. I'm gonna just go nice and slow. Watch, you'll see the backswing. And what I want you to pay attention to is that little white line. That's exactly 90 degrees straight up, and that dashed line is his spinal cord. You know, and his left side's red, his right side's blue, blah blah blah. Okay, so you could see where the middle of him is. Isn't that wild? So a lot of times you hear the word sway, we can ignore it if we stay here. So this concept is kind of what we want, okay? But what's always interested me was what happens now? Now he's at the top of the backswing, okay? As he comes to the top of the backswing, look where all the motion goes. Look at his spine. Whoa, dude. What's driving that? So I'm convinced after many years of studying this that when he's about right there in his backswing, he's thinking everything is going to the target. Everything goes to the target. And there we come down, and there's impact. And look at that. If that's where he started, you know, he's going to be bang, there's impact. He's got shaft lean. He's got all that stuff that we do. And look where his belly button would be, 4 inches in front of the ball. Isn't that cool? And if we look at a different angle, watch this. We can turn him around. There's his backswing. There's little things you can look at here, but we don't really care. Look at his spine. Look at everything fly out of his right hip, the blue hip. And everything posts around that solid left leg. So when we say get left, move your belly button left, it's really kind of what we're talking about. And one of the things I really like is this view. And I could do this too. Watch this. It's kind of neat. That's the hand path. That's the middle of the grip. So the middle of the grip goes there on the backswing. Now he's going to slide to the left. See him move left. See his spine move left. And here comes the downswing. Okay, whoa, look at that. He comes a little out to in. Interesting. And before we go any further, I'll show you who that is. That's Sam Saunders, tour player, Arnold Palmer's grandson. Backswing. Boom, follow through. He turns into it a little bit. He probably pushes the ball a little. Or pulls it. But that's okay, though. He's made his $1 million. So that's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with each one of you guys. And here's something. Watch this. I call this the smile. So see the green line in the backswing? And if you really get your pressure moving to the left, that line starts turning to red. And see that big smile? We want to show some teeth like that when we're hitting the ball. Remember that smile. We're going to take a look at yours. We're going to call this chip tip for everybody before we look at anything else. Okay? If you remember what Sam Saunders looked like at impact, how his left leg was almost straightening out, all his pressure was there, the middle of his spine and all that stuff was 4 inches in front of the ball. That's the same thing we want to do on these chip shots. That's why we set up already on our left side so everything else can rotate around that front hip. That's all that matters. You don't need to swing the club. Gorgeous shot. Here is subject number 1. We don't know who this is yet, okay? But as you study it, see if you could figure it out before I show you. Obviously, the last one's going to be, easy because there's only 3 guys. Watch this. So, all right, let's do some things here. Let's put a line down just like old Sam had. Exactly 90 degrees. Straight down. There's 90. All right. And let's see. Whoa, look at that. my whole spine and everything went way, my belly button went way behind that ball. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're back. Our victim is on the right. Sam is on the left. He looks like he's just turning his shoulders and letting his legs kind of keep him balanced right over the middle. See that? So I can't remember who this guy is, but watch. He's moving his hips and everybody. See it? Everything goes to the right. Oh, heck, I don't need to do that. Just stay balanced, okay? And then let's come down to impact. So we need to, not only do I need to move left 4 inches, now I got to move left 8 inches. Oh my goodness. Moved left 4 inches, perfect, but we subtracted 4 at first and we added 4 back. It puts us back in the middle. Sometimes that ball's going to go right, sometimes left, who knows where. In a perfect world, it would be, whoa, way the heck over there, okay? So if I do move 4 inches left, I get a big smile. See that big Sam smile on the left? I can't hold out any longer. That's a Doug smile on the right. Who knew? Watch. But everything looks kind of cool here. Doesn't look like there's much movement at all. But if you drift back 4 inches and go 4 inches forward, there's really no smile. See how the club has to come up steep. So you don't ever need to swing. All you got to do, I think, the big thing to take away from this is we got to keep that machine moving left starting now. Start drifting left. Groovy. Already got our line down there, straight down. So remember where Sam was. Ooh, looking good at the start. Oh, slid back to the right a little bit. And if that's 4 inches, that means now we got to go 8 inches. Let's see if we do it. Nope, didn't do it. So we could get a lot more power out of this shot, a little bit better direction, if our backswing, I'm for even saying don't even call it a backswing anymore. Let's just do a downswing prep move. That means just turn your chest. Don't have to get a big heave back there. Some would say that's stuck on the right side, but we're not going to say that. But the motion is really good. But there's a lot of twisting going around in the spine right now just because we didn't get left. See what I mean? So we got to get left. So this motion, we got to change it. Okay, I got Sam back on there. Let's watch what Sam does. Watch the blue right hip. See it go left, straight line, no circles. Watch. Goes left a little bit. But the first thing it did was go right. It didn't go right at all, did it? It stayed in the same place. Interesting. Let's look at this again. Watch. Sam's hip moved to the left. So that would mean the fulcrum of that turn is going to be, it moved left, so his right hip moved left. And hey, whoever this is, theirs didn't. See what I mean? So I think we should all of us, me, Greg included, really should focus more on moving to the left. Move left, make sure nothing's going right. Oh, let's check the smile. Smile's not bad. It could be bigger, though. Let's see who it is. Yeah. Watch. And this motion to the right is so subtle, watch. You could hardly tell. but it's just enough to make us go a little bit crazy. Cheers. Ask questions. $90 degrees, straight down. Exactly 90 degrees. There it is. Cool. Backswing. A little bit drifting to the right. No big deal. Let's see if we get left. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's really nice. That's really good. Let's see if there's a smile. Oh, yeah. Okay. My only real comment about this is 4 inches is perfect. That doesn't mean a 1.5 feet is better. So if you slide way, way forward, I think it's going to make your back hurt. So we remember how Sam really stood up on that left leg right about now, and everything rotates around the femur. Who knows? Maybe it's your spine, maybe it's your ankle. Not sure. But it's not bad. Okay. Back and path. Could get a little deeper, but look at this. We're still turning in a little bit with shoulders, so yeah, it's very athletic. It's still going to hit a little pull or a cut sometimes. I wonder who it is. I should have guessed. Nice smile. Good job.